In this bag I've got a small redfin, or as some other countries call them, a perch. It's not a big fish, but it's big enough to get a feed off if you know how to clean it properly. I'm going to show you how I clean them so that I can cook them whole. Rather than filleting and losing any meat, this way allows you to get the most meat possible. I'll cut in here behind the head. Before I start, it's important that you don't break the fish's neck when you keep the fish. You put it in an ice slurry to go to sleep, or you whack it on the head with something heavy. So I'll cut in behind the head, and I'll cut along the back fin as if I'm going to fillet it, but I don't go in very deep. And I go all the way down to the back of that fin. Then I flip it over and I do the other side. And I go all the way down to the bottom end. Then I grab that and I pull that out, and then the whole fin, the whole back fin should come out. Pull it with a bit of force, that's okay. You want all the bones out. So there's all the bones out. If there's a bit of fin, you can just pull that out there. That's okay. Now, what I want to do is cut through the back of the head, through the spine, but not too far through. Just a little bit through like that. Then I get my finger. This is a bit fiddly here, but you get your finger and you go down between the meat and the skin, and you just sort of separate the skin from the meat like that. And you do the same on the other side. Get in between the meat and the skin. You don't want to annoy the fish, but you really want to get under its skin, if you know what I mean. Alright, I'm getting there. Right, the flesh is coming away from the meat. The skin's coming away from the meat. Now, put your hands under there like that. Now you grab the head that you broke, you pull it forward, and then what will happen, the skin and the meat, the whole lot will come off, the guts will come out, and you do it all in one go. And this looks a bit fiddly because I'm doing it a bit slow for camera, but you can push the skin off with your thumb like that, and there's your fish. It doesn't look all that flash, but it's ready to go. You lose a little bit of meat around the edge of the bones there, but that's okay. You can cook that just like that in the frying pan in a little bit of oil or a bit of margarine or a bit of butter or something, and then the meat will just peel off the bones, and you get more meat than what you'd expect from a fish that's not all that big. And there you go, that's how much meat I got off that fish. It's not a huge amount of meat, but then it wasn't a huge fish. And if you look at the bones, you can see that the meat has just come off. I snapped the spine in half, getting the meat off, but you can see that the meat just comes straight off. I didn't do the prettiest job skinning the fish, but I'm pretty sure you get the idea. That's how I cook a redfin whole. I skin it whole, cook it whole, and it's a great way to make use of a small fish.